Yeah, I know. Operation Don't Simp. I don't think I did one of these in a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, Operation Don't Simp, part number 11. Excuse me for smacking the gum. But this one is going to be more so towards the ladies this time, fellas, so y'all can, you know what I'm saying, take a back seat real quick. Not going to be doing no pause edits. Going straight through. So, ladies, I want y'all to understand something. In spite of the few knuckleheads that didn't, and in spite of the fact that those few attitudes is what got magnified on and focused on, men, I can't speak for no white person. I'm gonna just say that right now. I'm speaking for the black people. We have always respected you. Because as much as we want to sit here and take credit for building this world up, you have to understand that behind every major revolution, behind every major organization or cult, and I hate to put cults in there because cults are just ass, but you can always tell that a woman was a powerhouse behind all of that. Like, for example, even if you look at something like hip hop was even started because of a woman's request. I see some of y'all don't know the story. So, the man who is considered the father of hip hop, right, is DJ Kool Herc. That's his name. DJ Kool Herc. He was the very first DJ, very first MC. No, he was the first. Do y'all history on that man. It is his reason that hip hop exists. However, the foundation that hip hop was built on was because of a request from his sister. Y'all see where I'm going with this. DJ Kool Herc's sister had asked him to DJ for her birthday party, or I believe it was a party that she was throwing. I believe it was her birthday party. To be more accurate on that, I should have read up, but it was a party that she wanted him to DJ for. When he DJ'd, you know, because back then, mind you, turntables didn't have the switchboards. That wasn't invented later until Grandmaster Flash came along and invented the turntables using a mic toggle switch on a turntable. He was an electrician, but never mind. That's a little bit later in hip hop. Y'all want to look those guys up? Look them up. But the point I was making is that even though DJ Kool Herc is regarded as the father of hip hop, a woman was the reason why it even got started. Who knows where hip hop would be if his sister never asked him to come DJ for that party? Because it was because of that the merry-go-round was invented. If you don't know what the merry-go-round for DJ Kool Herc, that was the original turntable changeover. Look up the merry-go-round for DJ Kool Herc. That predates the toggle switch on the switchboard. it was because of his sister that hip hop was even started. I mean, we can look at the first record label in hip hop. Hell, the Haiti Revolution. Jaquise, forgive me if I got the man's name wrong, because I ain't do my history up on Haiti that much. On the Haiti Revolution. That man was trained by a black woman. The point I'm trying to make this, because I ain't trying to go too long, that when you look at a lot of the major revolutions in history, 9 times out of 10, there was a woman there being a part of that. And there's a whole reason why these things were successful. You see, a woman never should feel like she wasn't a part of the success. Y'all gotta understand who y'all are. It is not y'all place to be born up to us trying to act all manly. You feel me? Because some of y'all got to the point where, and I noticed this over the years. Mind you, I was born in 1988, and I noticed this about black women. And women in general, but I'm only speaking to my people. I noticed this, that when men was being chivalrous and we were opening doors for you, it wasn't a problem. You know what I'm saying? We was making sure y'all were all right. It wasn't a problem. It wasn't. Because that was our duty, and it's still our duty. The problem is you have some women, you know what I'm saying? We can't knock all y'all down because all y'all not, you know, whatever the reasons may be. You have Jezebels that infiltrated the womanhood and decided that they were going to take advantage of the fact that a man was being generous, you know, with his chivalry and his gifts. Because you always had those women who were jealous of what you had. You feel me? And newsflash, some of those women are even y'all friends, y'all so-called friends. They will literally sit there and get mad at you for having a successful marriage and will literally low-key try to do anything that she can to try to plant some seeds of deceit. Like some of y'all women, y'all know, y'all man was out, has been faithful to you you know what I'm saying, just unconditionally faithful. Never had a means to go out and cheat. Never wanted to go out and cheat. Not even showing any interest in doing so. And he just so happened to be out somewhere. He might be having a conversation with another woman about just regular shit. And your friend just so happened to see him out there, and she running back to tell you, just to try to tell you how much he ain't shit, because she wanted to be right so damn bad when she was never right at all. Then when you ask him about it, this dude was trying to probably try to set something up. You know, I know dudes that were doing things like that, and the woman that they were talking to was a realtor, because he was trying to surprise their woman with a new house. Or look, just little shit like that. You know what I mean? Flowers or something. You know what I'm saying? A man wants to surprise you, he's not going to tell you everything that's going on. So even if you think something is suspicious, don't listen to your jealous friends of all people. Got to know for a fact there was a couple women that did that, and they so-called friend went and had sex with their husband. Like that type of dumb shit. But yeah, man, you gotta understand that there's women out there that want to break up what you have because they can't stand seeing you are happier than they are. It's some sneaky people that we call friends. You feel me? And one thing you gotta learn, that snakes will always bite whoever allows them to bite them. Remember that. Snakes will always bite who they allow to bite them. Or rather, yeah, snakes will only bite who they feel they can get away with biting. I know my voice cracked a little bit, whatever. Yeah, something, honestly, like something gotta give. I know there's men out there who ain't shit, but you can't take those few experiences and dump them on the entire whole. We already got to deal with that from society not liking us. And real spill, we can take this back to slavery. When the men were so damn brainwashed and so mentally chained that when the slave masters may have raped, well, not even may, when the slave masters raped the women, the man was so droned out and so beat and confused as to what was what, he didn't feel like it was anything he could do. A lot of those men were getting sodomized by the rape masters. If you don't know what that means, to me, you get fucked in the ass just for being too charismatic, or he was being too, what's the word I'm looking for? It seemed like he was building up so much morale that when the slave master thought a revolution or some type of, you know what I'm saying, revolution was getting ready, it was getting built around this man's charisma. What they would do is that they would take that one male slave, tie him to the pole, and they would basically fuck him in the ass in front of all of them in order to embarrass him. And it's men that on those plantations that went through that to the point where they just didn't have the, you know, some of them just lost all their morale and all their strength. It's called buck breaking. That's what it's called. B-U-C-K breaking. So the point I'm trying to make is, men, we have always appreciated our women. However, even in understanding that, it's some women that came along and literally tried to take advantage of the fact that we said we didn't hit women, or we didn't abuse our women, or anything like that. So when those women felt like, oh, this man isn't gonna hit me or do whatever, and they already heavy on drinking and just being verbally abusive. For example, like we could take Johnny Depp's wife, Amber Heard, I believe that's what her name is. How there was so much evidence piled up against this woman for how she was abusing Johnny Depp from witnesses, and there was physical evidence of her doing this, yet Johnny Depp had the finger pointed at him Or how about all those false rape allegations? And those women who claim that they got raped ended up getting money from that. There's a bunch of Jezebels in the world that see that type of shit, and they think that that's the new game plan. You know what I mean? Like, we got to put ourselves in a position that we're respecting y'all as the incubators and carriers of life. Again, unfortunately, because some men have lost their way. We're not going to sit there and say that. But men, we got to stop simping out over every female that show a little skin. Like, that shit is dead. There's a bunch of good women out here that's not going to be a headache to y'all, and y'all picking the wrong ones, bro. I understand she looks beautiful, but let me tell you somebody else who's been living on this planet for 32, finna be 33 years. Hit August 10th. Just because somebody looks beautiful, don't mean they are beautiful. I've been on this planet so long, I can tell you oftentimes and none, the females that look the most physical attractive are the ones that's going to cause you the most headache. And I'm not trying to discourage you from trying to go after a beautiful woman. I'm just saying, a physically attractive woman, I'm just saying that oftentimes those are the women that always get hit on. They always get a bunch of guys talking to them, so they get arrogant. They forget how to, maintain some type of humbleness. Because they feel like, oh, I got all these guys at my disposal. I can pick any one of them. So you better be lucky that I'm, you know what I'm saying, I'm with you. And oftentimes what that is, that's really just a way for them to feel like I'm choosing you because I like you, so I don't have to be with you. But the whole time she's just abusing your ass, because she know that even though these other guys that she have available, they're not going to do as much for her as you're doing for her. So she tries to flip the script to try to make you feel guilty for not wanting to be with her no more. You see what I mean? And there's a lot of these Jezebels out there, because there's more women in this world than men. Like, literally. So as far as who's the prize are, I mean, obviously. Because if it takes one man and one woman to create life, the women got to compete for us. Not the other way around, because women hunt. Men we protect. And now that the tables are so turned that you have to look at and have to acknowledge things that are like that now, I mean, again, there are more women in this world than men. You got to account for all the men that decided that they want to go gay, unfortunately. So that's options that y'all women don't have no more. Some of y'all women asked for that shit to happen. Literally, I'm a witness to that. So that happened. Then you got to, factor in the fact that America has beat the black man down so damn much to where he feels as if he doesn't have as many opportunities as he actually has. So he mentally trapped. And them are men right there that y'all don't even want to deal with, the one who isn't above a certain pay grade, when y'all yourselves aren't even making that. I don't know, man. It's like we really got to sit down and have some serious fucking discussions. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is getting older. Motherfuckers want to leave behind legacies, want to have children. But we can't do that unless we have a sensible conversation about what the hell we want. And it can't all be the superficial, this mark of the beast motherfucker. 6 figures, 6 feet, you know what I'm saying? 6-pack. Some of y'all gotta realize that some of these dudes ain't never gonna have that, but they will treat you like the queens that y'all think y'all are. You feel me? I mean, everybody wants to be financially stable, but what are you doing to help with that? I'm gonna put it like this. If you're going out your way to ask, and this is for the women now, if you're going out your way to ask a man for a bunch of shit that you can't provide for yourself, come on now. just saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying not to be as harsh as some of the other people that might talk to y'all, because, you know what I'm saying, I might try to be a little bit more calmer, but we need to start, having some sensible conversations amongst each other to where it's not this arrogant, emotional, you know what I'm saying, yell over each other type of situation. We got to bring logic to the conversation. We got to bring real logic to the damn conversation, not just these negative experiences. We can talk about them, but don't let that be the foundation on, you know what I'm saying, don't let that hold you back from getting something that you really need and want. Yo, women, y'all say y'all want a good man that's gonna treat y'all right. Maybe the good man that treats you right ain't the ideal man in your head. Same thing with the fellas, man. Like, sometimes the women that treat you right ain't the ideal woman in your head. Might sound good on paper that you can get any woman that you want, you know what I'm saying? No, that's not true, because you can only get the woman who's willing to fall for that bullshit. Same thing with the women. Men will only fall for that bullshit. That's the ones that you're going to get. Some of y'all are asking for quote-unquote real men when low-key all y'all really asking for is a toxic man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we really got to get back to the point where, you know what I'm saying, we are actually having a conversation with one another about these things. Because if we don't, it's going to be over for us. Come on now. It's time to end this single-parent household bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It takes two halves to make a whole. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, I'm going to holler at y'all later. Remember, be humble in victory, be gracious in defeat, but show no mercy in battle. World Warriors Collective.